All right, we are here to reminisce about our road trip down to Shredfest.
Yep.
Because we had some interesting things happen to us, like our Tesla breaking down, having a catastrophic motor failure. But first night, smooth sailing down to Eugene, Oregon. We woke up nice and early, got across the border, no problems. And then the next day, we stopped in Sacramento.
That's right.
Went to McCosker Ranch.
McCosker Ranch.
Shout out Jeff McCosker, Float Life. And we had a great time. He showed us his ranch and took us for like a quick wake surf on the river.
My first time ever.
Lucas got to try wake surfing.
So fun.
Anyway, the next day, we get to just outside of Sacramento, or we might be in a suburb of Sacramento, or in Folsom, where our hotel is. And all of a sudden,
on the highway
we're on the highway, on the way there actually. And all of a sudden, the car starts flashing, pull over immediately, and it puts itself in neutral. It won't let me go back and drive, and it starts slowing down aggressively. And we're on a busy highway, and I had to merge over with no acceleration or anything on this busy highway into the shoulder. And we sat, and as we slowed down, it started going.
It's fucking crazy.
We're like, holy shit! Like, hopefully that's just a software issue.
It felt very hardware, you know. This is a 2022 Model Y, by the way.
Yeah, last year barely has 20,000 kilometers.
Yeah, just for context. Yeah.
So we couldn't figure out how to turn it back on, but eventually we got out of the car.
Had to just get out of the seat.
We rebooted it and we got back in the car.
Reboot.
But I intend to find out. Reboot.
And then it turned on again, drove perfectly smoothly. And about 200 kilometers later, we're running some errands, getting supplies for Shredfest, and it does it again. And this time, I didn't have enough time to pull over. It gave me, because I wasn't going as fast, so we pulled into this shoppers complex and literally blocked the entrance to the shoppers complex, and it started shaking again.
We're just chilling, dude.
Yeah, I got this one on video, so there we go. Yeah. And yeah, it was, people are honking at us, and we're like, hey, we reset it again. We got out of the car, got back in. For some reason, getting out of the car and going back in.
And the whole time, we're just Googling like crazy. Okay, well, it could be your motor drive unit. It could be your ignition, like some scary sounding thing. Yeah, some like lighter fuse or some.
Yeah. Anyway, we're like, okay, so that's happened twice now.
Bueno.
Do we go to a Tesla dealership? Let's see how it goes. Let's see if we can at least get our. So we had to get our tent up and set up that night in the mountains, which is like a 2-hour drive
into the tangs,
into a windy, no service road into the mountains. And we get there, we set up our tent and realize that one of the boxes did not get delivered by UPS. It went missing. Or apparently the shipping label got torn off of it, which we found out later. We couldn't set up the tent, which means there's no way we were going to be set up for the next day, which is when the event started. And we go back into town to find these hope we can find these valve
so like
caps.
marine freaking supply companies and Target and everywhere.
Yeah, but on the way back, we're starting our descent down the windy roads.
Yeah, tense up.
The car shuts off again.
It broke.
Elon, this is supposed to be electric vehicles just supposed to be reliable, Elon.
And we're like, shit, we have no service. We were around a sharp corner. It would have been dangerous for us to even get out of the car. Someone was gonna rear end us. So we get out of the car really quick, get back in. It starts, we were able to ride another like 5 kilometers. It happens again.
Yeah.
We get out of the car, go back in.
Somewhat of a shoulder.
We're just trying to get to service at this point because we didn't have any service to even call a tow truck.
Let's say we get out though, look up into the sky, the most beautiful array of stars.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the last time it stopped.
Yeah, the last time it stopped, it was like, oh my God, man, it was such a cool little silver line to just kind of look up and just stop and reflect on our insignificance and be like, wow.
Yeah, when you're stuck in the city all the time, you don't get to see those beautiful stars.
Yeah.
But we kept going, hoping we get to service. Eventually, it stalls out again and shakes violently around a corner.
Every time.
And we were able to start it up again just to get over to the shoulder, and I had to walk maybe like just up the hill a little bit to get cell service. We go on the Tesla app, call a tow truck. It came pretty quick, like within 45 minutes to an hour, which was impressive because we were in the middle of nowhere.
Adorable, dependable, alarmingly, exceedingly racist and sexually inappropriate tow truck driver.
Oh, our tow truck driver was
not safe for YouTube stories, but
yeah, it would not be appropriate. But he was, I would say, Lucas was pulling a little bit of Sacha Baron Cohen. and baiting the guy a little bit, but holy, he is not a good human. Anyway, tow truck driver eventually gets us back to our, or he gets us back to our hotel, drops the car off at the Tesla dealership. We Uber to the Tesla dealership the next day, and they were graciously good enough to get us a loaner, a Model 3, but it worked. We got we couldn't fit everything in, so we.
Shout out Folsom Tesla.
Yeah, Rockwood.
Rockland's Tesla. Shout out Rockland Tesla.
Yeah, I gotta say that they were so good. They knew we were out of town.
Yep.
They said normally it would take a couple weeks to get this part in. They were able to get it in like a couple days and get it fixed within like a day of getting the part. So we had only had a Model 3, and I was supposed to sleep in the Model Y. That was my tent with Kate, and you were sleeping in the tent, an actual tent. But we had to still get the plugs. We had to get coolers, supplies, and
we did it.
We did it. We eventually got everything up. We missed the whole first day,
but
we got up there late Thursday.
Man, it was fun.
And we had a blast.
Woo-wee.
I'm still coughing up dust balls because it was so dusty.
Oh, that's what you were doing earlier. Okay, now I'm getting. I thought it was like, when's he guys got dust? What's he talking about?
little Easter egg.
What you were going
but that was in
for.
our previous take, which is not going to be shown. But
oh shit, was it?
Anyway, the riders there, it's mostly one wheels. It was kind of cool to bring me back because I used to go to Float Life Fest all the time. So many faces I recognized. It was so good reuniting with everybody and hanging out in our tent and chatting with everybody and seeing how far the Vesk wheels are coming. And it's really cool seeing this community just get better and better. And I used to know every one wheel accessory. I'm so behind the times.
Rather
now.
watch out Future Motion.
Yeah, so I mean, let me look at some of these photos. First of all, the light show and lasers. Maybe I haven't been to many festivals, but for like a small one wheel event, the laser show was
great for a
pretty
small
sick
show,
at night.
for sure.
You know, there was some things being passed around, and people were enjoying the lights a lot.
We're talking about positive energy being passed around.
The music was fantastic, and the crowd was just everybody was so stoked.
Positive energy.
And then it lasted what, like 3-4 days?
Yeah, highlight for me was just getting to go with the with all of our teammates and some of the riders from Alien Rides, Ryan, Maribel.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of you. Oh, so, you know, aside from the Model Y breaking, my own personal calamity is I had my beloved S22, MJ, not Hagrid. He's actually under my desk right now. I rub him with my feet. He's very broken. But I had MJ, had our lead tech and business partner fix it right before we go. You saw we were riding down the historical monuments, doing stairs, riding it, no problem. Give it to some of our riders, our team riders, to bring to the event, and I get it back, and it's broken. It's broken. You know, these things happen in life. And
like literally anything that could have went wrong this trip went wrong for us. It was. I mean, we kept a positive attitude considering, but
the universe kept taking care of the Model 3 coming, the thing getting fixed right away, which we'll get into.
It was a blessing that my car wasn't up there though, because we have the wrap with all the little lightning bolt reflectors on it, and the dust would have just caused it all to get underneath because it's peeling in some areas.
Yeah, they would have.
My car would have been destroyed, so I'm so glad we had a loaner car for that dust storm, because I can't tell you how much dust there was.
It was muy dusty,
and that's why we didn't take any content with my good camera. I didn't want to ruin it with dust. To be honest.
It's not only is it dusty, but people are constantly ripping by on one wheels and EUCs, so it's just like we're in the roads right by, like we're right on the road. But anyway, shout out Ryan, rider from Alien Rides, SF local. I can't say SF, that's not cool. San Francisco local. He let me borrow his S22, which was even better than mine. It had this cushy seat on top of it. Furry, fuzzy seat. He was just so nice.
Ryan's the nicest guy. We met him before too.
Yeah,
he's so cool.
Love him to death. Yeah. And funny enough, I crashed on his S22 behind him, so I crashed, and then he had to bail on his other wheel to jump over me. So I crashed. We were both fine. Both the wheels were fine. But he's such a good champ. Yeah. I owe you. Mwah. And just riding with them, and just like every time we go on these trips, I feel like I personally I level up.
You level up every time.
A bunch of times. And this time it wasn't leveling up on hitting crazy jumps, because I didn't want to break myself for Ryan's wheel, mostly Ryan's wheel, but also the jumps were terrifying that Chance and
Zach?
Zach and Chance made the jumps. but riding on those trails was just so fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
They were good.
10 times faster than I've ever gone on a trail. And,
If you haven't been to an event that has outdoor racing where you're doing trail riding, you got to check it out
must
because
go.
it's next level. You can ride a track all you want, but I think the real skill comes when you have to go off drops and hit soft sand
Navigate
and like
rocks
it's
and-
technical, and these guys blew my mind how fast they were riding it.
So many
We're so
60s.
far behind what the pros are. I mean,
like-
you kept up pretty
I
good.
was like
but-
pushing as hard as I could, and they were kind of like Roger Ajali, shout out Roger, was like riding with a carbonated water next to me, of course, being like, "Oh, you're doing great, Lucas. You're going pretty quick." Sipping, and I'm like, "Ooh, oh," trying to push my limits. And he's like, "Oh, you're going pretty fast, buddy." It was kind of like, you know, the little kid hit the T-ball off the tee, and all the parents went, "Yay!" I was like, "Oh, I'm fast with you guys," and they were not even trying at all. But I
Anyways,
don't think they were.
Get back to it. The big
Yep,
race.
yep.
We digress too much.
Yep,
I don't want to
yep.
make it a 25-minute video.
Fair.
Who won the race again? It was well, Zach was first coming around the
Doug.
last corner.
Doug.
He ate shit. Hopefully, we have a clip of that we can show you. And Rev Rides. Douglas.
Doug.
He
Dougie.
took the win.
Yeah.
He raced hard, and got to give him credit because he didn't know that track. Chance and Zach helped design it and build it.
Yeah.
So good job, Douglas. Fucking crushed it, man.
Yeah, he's a
I keep swearing. Sorry, team. We got to bleep these out.
speedy boy. We've been kind of like inconsistent on our blurping. We're
I know.
just like, I guess we're just, you know, we're gonna make the
YouTube's made it a little bit lax.
We're not gonna make the $8 on our monetization.
Anyway, event ends on Sunday. Our car's not going to be ready until I think Thursday.
What do you do?
We didn't want to be stuck in Folsom or Sacramento. No offense, Sacramento or Folsom. So we drove over to
San
Francisco,
Francisco.
or we stayed just across the bridge, and we took the bus over every day.
Stayed in Emeryville.
And we walked probably like 60 kilometers in 3 days. Maybe more. Yeah,
More.
It was a lot.
More,
And we
yeah.
just explored. I know, we were like, why are you guys walking? You have wheels. Well, we couldn't fit all the wheels because we only had a Model.
Well, no, we had the.
we had the Model X.
But we left with Model 3, and
We had to leave the wheels up there. We couldn't fit them all
Yeah,
to
and
get
mine
down.
was broken.
Yeah, so Zach and they got us them later. Anyways, we love San Francisco.
So much.
It is such a cool city.
So much.
It's,
People are like, oh, it's so sketchy. It's so like, dude, come to Vancouver. It's just as sketchy.
Yeah.
Walking downtown during the sketchy area. I feel sketchier in this neighborhood than we did right through, except for when I had to put on my like I'll kill you face when we were walking down the Tenderloin in San Francisco. But like, it was pretty chill. And I know it's just luck of the draw, but like, the weather's 10 times nicer. If it gets cloudy, you drive 20 minutes into the sunshine across the bridge. It's summer year round.
yeah, you can't go wrong.
It's
It's
just
like
the food. Whoa.
we went up to Twin Peaks. We did all the tourist thing. Hayton Ashbury. We ate all the good food. Tony's Pizza, the
Tony's
best pizza
Pizza.
we've ever had. You got to check
Swear
it
to
out if you're
God.
in San Francisco. And
Tony's Pizza, San Francisco, Tony's Pizza.
guess.
Do it, do it, do it.
so we go to pick up the Tesla after our San Francisco exploring.
Yep.
And it turns out both rear motors, the whole rear drive unit failed. So they had to replace the entire drive unit, which is probably a very expensive part. They didn't tell me how much,
20,
but
30 grand.
it's probably, I'm guessing, anywhere between 15 to 20,000 Canadian, I'm guessing. But it was both rear motors and the
5
whole
grand
drive unit.
US.
And Teslas are supposed to be reliable. Heck, I think I'm wearing my Tesla t-shirt right now. I am, ironically. You know what? The service department was fantastic. Everything was covered under warranty.
Yeah.
They did their best to get us out there because they knew we were from out of town. So overall, I'm happy with the experience, but who would have thought EVs are, I've never had a breakdown at any of my gas cars.
They seemed shocked too, honestly. They were like,
Yeah.
wait, this new? And like, you haven't modified it? They were like, you could tell it wasn't like an act. They're like, oh, pretend. Like
Yeah.
Elon told them to pretend they were shocked when a car came in this low in the warranty. And they were pretty taken aback by the fact that such a critical failure had happened. And they were like, well, we're not sure it's this, but it can't be, can it? No, it's 20,000 kilometers. So it's like, these things happen, they happen to us. But the silver linings, like San Francisco, we haven't even talked about Martuni's. We probably don't even have the time.
Yeah,
but
let's not
Oh
get into
my
it too
gosh.
much, but we don't lose you guys. But it was fun. Yeah, we still had this amazing bar. It was amazing bars and people, and
Oh.
But and then we rushed back up to Vancouver to get back to work because
Yep.
our staff wasn't expecting us to be gone that long.
Nor were we.
Nor were we.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Behind us. You might be wondering what this little thing is behind us. You may have seen it submerging itself or riding out from various bodies of water in videos, which we do not ever suggest doing.
No, we still found water in it too after.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
It's 'cause you don't.
But I don't want to give away too much. We like this wheel. It's a great wheel. It's going to be reviewed very shortly by us. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. We also have the InMotion RS Super Scooter review coming. That thing is insane.
Dude.
And
Unhinged.
S19 is on its way for us to review as well. I do not know if we're for sure going to carry the S19. It seems too close to the patent. For the same price, I don't know if it's going to be a good fit. But we'll review it. We'll tell you.
It's down lately.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, stay tuned for the next one. See you guys.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Is it like a lizard tongue?
Crazy man. Remember that? You see that crazy man goes crazy in the park. Crazy in the park. Crazy in the park. Crazy man.